What it do? Yeah, what's good, my beautiful people? With the launch of season 3 of Overwatch 2, we're seeing a huge shakeup in the meta of the game. It seems like the meta is shaking towards more of a dive meta, and one of the people that have been giving us a problem in season 3 is ball. So we're gonna do a little talking about the ball, and we're gonna discuss what options do you have for each role. I'm not a top player. These are just my thoughts and opinions on good picks that I think work with ball. Real quick, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into it. Now with ball got a buff. Where now he's received more shield, so now a lot of people are also like picking up and playing ball a lot more. So what ball is typically doing on a lot of these maps is getting into the back line and completely obliterating and getting picks throughout the back line. So we will start it off with the tank. As far as the tank option goes, the tank option, in my opinion, is very, very limited. As a tank, I feel like your option should be to try to kill their backline as well. The faster you can destroy the backline, the quicker that you just have to rely on the DPSs and the healers and the supports to do what they can against ball, because he's not gonna sit back there and steadily just keep doing damage and wreck everyone like a Doomfist would. He's gonna jump in, he's going to be annoying, he's going to, you know, do a little damage here, hide, and then come back. But as a tank, if you're putting pressure onto their backline, that's stopping damage that is being put onto your DPSs and supports while ball is doing whatever it is that he is in the back doing. So I feel like for the tank, you should start playing a little bit more aggressive. Hopefully there's a support that could pocket you as well. If you're good with a dive tank, you should at this point be trying to look to dive as well. I feel like that is very, very efficient strat here for the tank category. In this particular game here, you see that we just decided to swap to playing ball as well, because if you're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it better. You know, like that's just kind of the idea that we had set for this in particular match, because countering ball for tank, you're very, very limited. And the best advice that I could give to you if you're playing tank is to just counter and be annoying to the back line as much as possible, because you're very, very limited on a counter for ball in the tank category. Now we're gonna move over to the DPSs, in my opinion, on what you should be doing. I'm not very efficient with DPS, but like I said, these are just ideas and things that I feel like that will work. Number one pick will be Sombra. I feel like that Sombra, as far as a DPS pick goes, counters ball. But ball literally comes back there, you hack him, you're literally stopping all of his options and everything. So Sombra's like, and she just got buffed too. So if you're playing with your DPS and you're chilling in the back and you're playing smart and you're not really trying to dive, you know, the back and do like Sombra things, and you're playing more so just to strictly counter ball, I feel like Sombra will be a really, really strong pick on forcing ball to stay there for that time, so that everyone can focus in on him and deal with him. That stops his escape, because he can no longer escape, he has to fight, so he's gonna take on more damage and everything. So that leaves options for a good pick. But if you're not feeling Sombra, I feel like that Junkrat is also like a really good pick. If you throw down a trap, I always said this for like right here, McCree with Orisa as well. If you put down the trap, when he rolls over, he gets stuck, you know, and you're able to trap him there and do damage. As far as also when he comes in and gets close, you're able to use your bomb to push him away, to create a little bit of distance gap, so that he's not just after the knockup, he's just not getting free shot damage going on. And of course, one of the most ultimate tank busters is Reaper. Reaper just shreds tanks. Like that. That's just what that's said and done. After literally your tank, if he's diving and doing damage on the back line, Reaper's able to TP in and finish it up as well. And especially with those shots from Reaper, is going close range like that is going to force Ball to have to disengage a lot faster, not sit there in the back line as long. As far as like other picks, like I give honorable mention to like Torb. I just think Torb does good against everyone else. Like if you put your turn in a good place, Ball's gonna eat some of those shots, or else he's going to have to focus in and destroy the turret, which is kind of okay. And if he doesn't, you know, it creates more of a distraction where Ball has to do that. Versus like if he doesn't, he's not gonna get those free engages. He's gonna eat shots from the turn as well. You know, so those are my like 3, and then 4 like honorable mention. I think Torb does well, but it's not a strong counter. Like I would also say Mei, but Mei is a little bit more tricky. Like I haven't had the chance to fully like figure out the way with Mei, but I feel like if you put a wall, I mean, like behind him when he comes out, and then you like use ice or something like that, I feel like that could work. But I don't, you know, Mei is just Mei, so she does things, but I don't feel like it's as much as strong as the other options. I would pick Mei. If you're good with Mei, I would assume a Mei could potentially work. But if you're a DPS main, who do you go to for your counter for Ball? Like do you agree so far with the choices that I have? I mean, and then of course there's other options of flying like you know, but they're not as like strong suggestions. I feel like they kind of help. Like I mean, the flyers, like as far as like Farah and Echo could do extremely well because they don't have to deal with Ball. They're not playing the game as well, you know. So DPS is like at that point you're literally just, you have to be focused and try to get rid of this Ball as much as possible. And so moving on into the support category, I feel like because that's who mainly Ball is going after. I feel like with DPSs, you have more options to pick to like really disengage and not really engage with Ball. Like I said, with flyers, you just fly away. You're not really being bothered by Ball. If you're playing Sojourn, you just literally slide away. You escape. Soldier, you just run away or you shoot him in the head. One of the two happens there. But one of the other 4 picks for DPSs that I mentioned will also help your support stay alive. So with supports, the 2 picks that I picked that I feel like they work extremely well, one of the main hard counters, as you can see here, they picked Ball, I picked Ana. I feel like that Ana's an extremely good pick when it comes down to Ball. The moment he goes like right there, the moment he comes out of bomb form, he sleep. Put him to sleep immediately. Keep punishing him as much as you can with a sleep and an anti, and that literally stops Ball from doing whatever it is that he thought that he was gonna do. You know, if he rolls in on you, anti. At that point, that allows that Reaper, that allows, you know, that Reaper to sit back and boom, 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 you know, and melt his health down so that he has to disengage faster, and then he might not be able to get his way as fast because he's anti, you know. And as you can see here, this strat worked. Literally antied and slept him to the point that we forced them to swap to Diva because we outplayed them with the dive pick. We were doing way better than what they were. So I feel like Ana is an insanely good pick when it comes down to just countering Ball and any dive tank at this point, you know. As long as there are good DPSs in the back. Oh, I forgot about Cassidy. Cassidy does good as well because once that sleep or that anti happens and Cassidy's in that range, the magnetic grenade and that fan, you know, does a really good amount of damage as well. And then the last pick for supports, I feel like would have to go to which I don't know. Like I'm not much of a Zen fan, but I guess you could say Zen. You literally just put a Discord orb on him and you would commit to trying to melt him as fast. But I feel like for supports, Ana is the strongest pick that you could pick. Everyone else is just, you know, they're picks, but they're not gonna be as efficient in my opinion, as well as an Ana is for your support. Because
Holy
you have an Ana,
shit.
that's who they're diving. They're diving the supports and whatever DPS that doesn't have the mobility. And with that combination, you literally have a better chance at shutting ball down completely. Just like we did here in this match, ball got diffed, you know. So with this meta, hopefully these tips and things help you with your picks when it comes down to playing and trying to counter ball. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree with my picks for helping dealing with ball? What options do you think are more efficient when it comes down to dealing with ball? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you beautiful people next time. Deuces.